Ever get that feeling there's something hidden right in front of you? You know, signals, patterns, just invisible to us, buried in all the noise. Well, today, we're going to try and unmix the matrix.
All right, let's kick things off with a little puzzle. So, imagine you've got a bunch of different signals. Could be voices, pictures, really anything. And they're all scrambled together into this one big, garbled mess. How in the world do you even start to pull them apart?
Okay, this looks like straight up magic, right? At the top, you can see 4 totally different videos. Then in the middle, they're all mixed up, looking like a bunch of TV static. But then, look at the bottom. An algorithm somehow takes that jumbled mess and perfectly pulls out the original 4 videos. It's wild. This right here is the power of what's called independent component analysis, or ICA for short. And believe me, this is so much more than just a cool party trick. ICA is a seriously powerful tool. We're talking about using it to decode the electrical signals in our brains, and it's even popped up in these high-stakes, real-world cyber espionage cases. So the big question is, how does it actually work?
Well, the whole idea behind it really starts with something you've probably experienced yourself. It's called the cocktail party problem.
You know the scene, right? You're at a loud party. There are tons of conversations happening all around you, music playing, glasses clinking. It's just a wall of noise. But somehow, your brain can do this amazing thing where it tunes all that out and lets you focus on just one person's voice. What you're doing, without even thinking about it, is a type of blind source separation. And that's exactly what ICA does, just with math instead of a brain. It's a computational method that takes a totally mixed up signal, like all that party noise, and separates it back into its original independent pieces, like each individual voice. Now here's the really mind-blowing part. The algorithm has no idea what the original voices or signals are supposed to sound like. It doesn't even know how many there are. Its only job is to dig through all that mixed up data and find the hidden sources that, when you combine them, make up the mess it started with. Okay, so how on earth does it find these signals if it doesn't even know what it's looking for, right? Well, the secret is in 2 really clever assumptions it makes about what signals are actually like.
All right, this is where the magic happens. It all comes down to a few key ideas. First, the algorithm assumes the original signals are independent of each other. You know, one person talking doesn't magically change what another person is saying. Simple enough. But the real key is the second assumption, that original clean signals have a certain statistical structure to them. We call this non-Gaussian. The thing is, when you mix a bunch of these structured signals together, that nice structure gets all washed out, and the mixture becomes, well, more random, more Gaussian.
So let's break that down, because it's super important. Think of a Gaussian distribution as just messy randomness, like static on a TV. Statistically, it's kind of boring. There's no real pattern there. But a non-Gaussian distribution, that's your clean, original signal. A voice, a picture. It has structure, a pattern. That makes it statistically interesting. So what ICA does is basically act like a detective. It takes that messy, boring signal and starts trying to unmix it over and over in different ways. And it keeps going until it finds a combination of signals that are as non-Gaussian, as interesting and structured as possible. When it finds the components that are the least random, boom, it knows it's found the original sources. Okay, so this isn't just some abstract math problem. This technique is being used out in the real world in some absolutely incredible ways. We're talking everything from brain science to global security. Seriously, the list of applications is just wild. People are using ICA to try and predict stock market prices, to make face recognition tech work better, to clean up the signals in our cell phones. They're even using it to analyze data from outer space. It's basically this universal toolkit for finding a meaningful signal inside a whole lot of noise.
Let's take neuroscience, for example. When scientists hook someone up to an EEG to measure brainwaves, they don't just get brainwaves. They get a messy mix of everything. Different brain frequencies, muscle twitches, and even noise from the person just blinking their eyes. It's a total jumble. But ICA can go through that entire mess and neatly pull out each individual component. So researchers can finally see the clean brainwave data they were looking for all along.
And then we leave the lab and get into the world of spies. The same exact principles are a huge deal in espionage. There's this technique called steganography, which is basically the art of hiding a message inside something else. And this is real. Back in 2010, the FBI busted a spy ring that was hiding encrypted text messages inside perfectly normal-looking pictures they posted online. To a computer, that hidden text is just another signal mixed in with all the pixel data of the photo.
And this stuff isn't ancient history. It's still happening. Just in 2022, an engineer got caught trying to steal secret data from GE. How? He hid it inside an image file to sneak it out. So yeah, these are real-world situations where being able to unmix signals is literally a matter of national security.
So when you see all this, it kind of makes you step back and ask a much bigger question. When you boil it all down, independent component analysis is about one thing: finding meaningful structure in a world that's full of mixed-up data. It's this powerful reminder that even in what looks like total chaos, there are often clear, important signals hiding just under the surface, waiting to be found. And that leaves us with one final thought. We're living in a world that's just drowning in data. More messy, complex, mixed-up data than ever before in history. So you have to wonder, what other hidden signals are out there right now, just waiting to be found?